Good evening, and thank all of you for being here today. We're here for our public hearing this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and officially call this meeting to order. I'm going to ask if Commissioner Cowan, if you will lead us in our invocation tonight. Commissioner Sanders, if you will lead us in our pledge tonight. Amen. Thank the both of you for that. I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. Cooper, let him say a couple of words before we move forward.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you noted, this is a public hearing. So at this time, I'm going to yield back my time to you so that we can make the official reading and open it up to the public.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Hamp, if you would, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The reading is stated as such. Tax increase statement, July 18th, 6 p.m. Chairman Baines read into the record the following information. Newton County has tentatively adopted a millage rate which will require an increase in property taxes by 6.71%. Again, a millage rate which will require an increase in property taxes by 6.71%. This tentative increase will result in a millage rate of 8.439 mills, an increase of 0.531 mills. Without this tentative tax increase, the millage rate will be no more than 7.908 mills. The proposed tax increase for a home with a fair market value of $300,000 is approximately $61.60, and the proposed tax increase for a non-homestead property with a fair market value of $275,000 is approximately $58.41. 3 public hearings are required. This is the second public hearing. The first hearing was held on July 18th at 2 p.m., and the third will be held on July 25th at 6 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. Hamp. It is now 6:05. We're going to open it up for a public hearing tonight. Any citizens that have comments, you have 3 minutes to do so. If you would, please come up and state your name and your address for the record, please. You may come at this time. You have 3 minutes to do so. Anyone that would like to make comments, you may come at this time. Please state your name and your address for the record, please. You have 3 minutes to do so. Commissioners, I do want to remind that this is a public hearing for the public, not for the board. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. John Dobbs. I live on Dry Pine Road here in Covington. I was just at the school board meeting this morning. I went over this with them this morning. I just found out a year and a half ago my wife's got Alzheimer's, okay? Medicine is not cheap for me or for her. Right now, she takes $12 a day. That's right after she gets out of bed and at night she goes to bed. I get $4 a day, and I have a dog that gets a pill every day for $2.50. I thought about putting him down because I'm tired of paying the $2.50. That's roughly $20 a day before we even go anywhere. And then the school board wants to raise the taxes. Y'all want to raise the taxes. Evidently, people ain't reading the Covington News. There's 31 foreclosures in here just this week. Property value goes up. I understand it. Houses go up. I can't see how in the world my house went up $75,000 in 1 year. My buddy lives in Mansfield. His house went up $125,000 in just a year. What are y'all going to do with all this extra money? I'd like to know, because retirees, we ain't getting no money. Only time DeKalb County gives the retirees any money is when they go to, the CEO goes to the commissioners and say, look, the retirees need a pay raise. They give us a whopping 3%. Our insurance go up 5%. So we're already in a hole 2%. Social Security got a big lump sum this past year. And they gonna get it next year? Or is my house gonna be in a foreclosure? That's all I have. They need to start reading the paper. You'll see how many foreclosures we have.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else would like to make comments about the millage rate? It's the appropriate time to do it is now. If you would, please come up and state your name and your address for the record, please. Would anyone else like to make comments? Anyone else would like to make comments? Thanks again. Would anyone else like to make comments? That portion of our public hearing is closed. Commissioners, I seek a motion, please. That we adjourn. Can I get a second? Second. It's been motioned by Commissioner Edwards and second by Commissioner Mason. Any discussion? All in favor? It passes 4-0. Thank you. We stand adjourned.